All right. I'd like to thank the boosters. Another great program. I've been here 3 out of the 4. I'd like to congratulate all the winners. You are a beacon of hope in our athletics to have that as members of our community. It's my great honor to introduce one of Zeeland's finest women swimmers in the history of our program. Dana was the catalyst for 4 great years experience for Zeeland swimming program. We earned 2 outright state titles, 1 tie for a state title, and a 3rd place finish. As you can see in the program, during her 4 years, Dana won 7 individual state titles, 6 of which were new state records at that time. She was also named Class B Swimmer of the Year 3 times. Along with her team, she set 13 state championship winning times in relaying individual events. As a sophomore, we had a school of around 800 students. She was a part of a 200-yard freestyle relay that set a national record that stood for 10 years. And I don't know if people still understand a national record means you're competing against everybody in the United States. That quartet of girls set a national record that held on for 10 years. And I swear that the award that we got was a 4x6 wooden plank. It's still in the showcase somewhere. It's unbelievable. She was also academic All-American and an All-American swimmer. Dana started her swimming career like most swimmers, being part of the local age group swim team, which led to our USA team, WMS, West Michigan Swimmers, which included local area swimmers, other local swimmers. She then helped lead the middle school team and high school team in Zeeland. She was always willing to be a team player and swim whatever the team needed her to do. That's obvious by never swimming the same events at the state meet. My funny story about Dana is because she was so talented in almost everything except swimming breaststroke. We were our first year in the OK White, and we were swimming Northview, and they had a very good breaststroker. We were swimming the IM. Told Dana she had to get way ahead in the first half. So she did. She was 25 yards ahead of the other girl. And if you're familiar with the swimming pool at all, you know that's a long ways. Well, Dana's breaststroke was so bad, and that girl's breaststroke was so good, they were virtually tied in the freestyle, but Dana won. So it's all good. In the off-season, she played volleyball, ran track for Zeeland. Her discipline in the classroom earned her the honor of salutatorian for her senior class. Her success in the pool and academically led to her receiving a scholarship at the University of Michigan, where she also swam on their college team. She earned her undergrad, master's, and doctorate in nursing, and still continues to be on staff as a professor at the University of Michigan, mentoring and sharing her strong work ethic with nursing students. I would be remiss if I did not mention the strong support and dedication of her parents, Don and Joe, gave to Dana and myself during Dana's swimming career at Zeeland. They were a model of support that helped mold the program into what it had become during my tenure as the head coach, with their volunteering at meets, morning breakfast, hosting team events, etc. Dana and her family were certainly a large part of history and success of the Zeeland swimming and diving program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you one of my very successful swimmers, Dana VanSingel-Tschannen.
I just told him, you stole my story, darn it. And yes, I really was that bad at the 100 breaststroke, for sure. So first, I want to just thank the committee for this tremendous honor, and I'm truly humbled to be inducted with such great individuals today, and certainly those that have come before me. It really is very humbling. So I just thank you for that honor. And as I was kind of reflecting back a little bit on my experience here at Zeeland, and particularly Zeeland High School, I was reminded very quickly the stories that came up weren't necessarily about winning a state championship or winning this event or winning that. It was really the people that made it such a great experience and really helped really shape me into really who I became. So first, I would be remiss not to first thank my parents. They have been tremendous, unconditional love, unconditional support throughout my lifetime, not just in the pool, outside of the pool. One of the things that I always remember, and I laugh now because now I have children, and now I recognize really what it means to be a parent of an athlete, and it is way worse than actually being the athlete. I think back, you maybe got nervous a little bit for a meet, but you kind of shake it out and you can do your thing. As a parent, there's nothing to help you. I was just at my son's final swim meet. He was a senior at his high school state swim meet, and really just, I could hardly stand, couldn't eat, the stomach ache, the whole 9 yards for your kids. So for those parents, really, we as kids, so thank you for that support that you give, and now I realize what that really means. For all the mornings, early mornings, when they would be driving me to practice, swimming is not one of those sports that, you do once a week or twice a week. It's 20 plus hours a week that is spent in the pool. And so lots of drive time, lots of sacrifices that my parents made, and my older brother, who also sometimes was stuck driving me to the pool. I thank you for that. And also for just being there to say, it's okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I never heard them say, gee, you should have done this better, or, maybe you should have taken a quicker turn, or, yeah, your breaststroke was terrible. But rather, they were just supportive. And I wish I could say the same for my kids, but it's hard when you have a swimmer, and I'm like, no, really, a little sooner, So that was it's really challenging there. So that's probably why I have 3 children, and all 3, of course, got pushed into the pool to start. All of them, we wanted them to swim because it's such a great sport, a lifelong sport, and only one stuck with it. My 2 girls were like, yeah, no, Mom, no. So then next as I was thinking about my experiences here, Coach Tori, thank you for, again, all of those hours and the support and really role modeling what it meant to be a mentor to your swimmers. When I was thinking back, I know Nancy Kamstra is in the audience as well, was one of my first coaches. I thank you too for working with me. And I remember swimming in back of the bulkhead when I was 6, probably when I started, just to get going. They really were there to help all the swimmers in it really whatever it took. For my brother, sometimes he had some issues with diving, and I remember the duct tape of the knees, to really try to get him to keep his knees together. So they just really do support all, and I promise, yes, it's not abuse, no. As they're saying, no. And one of my all-time favorite stories with Coach Tori was when I had made my first junior national cut in the 50 free. So this was a big thing. I was able to go to junior nationals. It was out in New York. And so Coach Tori came with me. We had a great trip out there, ready to swim fast. Kathy Tori's parents made a wonderful breakfast for me to get ready for that meet. Went there, started, warmed up, and I remember Tori sort of stopping me and saying, yeah, hey, Dana. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm ready. You're not swimming. I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm not swimming? Well, you have a senior national cut and we're at a junior national meet, which means you can't swim. And I thought, okay. So we had a great breakfast. It was a great trip. Unfortunately, the swimming wasn't what we wanted it to be, but that's okay. And so the last group that I really wanted to thank really was our team. So the other thing as I was thinking about this, a lot of the team was really what made it such a successful time and a really good time. Lots of memories where we would come over to our house before swim meets and we'd make mac and cheese and Jiffy Mix blueberry muffins, if you can believe it, before swim meets, and just having that opportunity to connect with a group of individuals who have like minds, like schedules, and really understand what that commitment it takes to be successful. So I really am so thankful for them. Since I've graduated from high school, then swam in college, as Mr. Tori said, Coach Tori, can't say I've really been in the pool since. Much of what I started running. And I will tell you now, though, as I said, swimming's a lifelong sport. And now that my hips are giving out from all my running and my knees, it's like I will be right back in the water. So I look forward to more time in the water. So thank you very much.